They say this is a big rich town.
I just come from the poet's parts. Hey man, we in the Mo zone.
Alright, here we go. Episode 14 of Power. We know who didn't shoot ghosts, and this episode is focusing on Tate. I'm Mo. This is my big brother Hen. Talk to him. Hey, and we're gonna jump right into it. You know, I'm never gonna hold y'all up. Let's just jump into it and see what Tate got to do this. The opening scene, we see Tate in the bar getting drunk. And the first thing he do, he makes a call to some guy named Coop. We're getting introduced to another character. He's down in DC and he said, hey, I got a job for you. I don't care where you at. Get up here to New York. I need this job done. So, what you think? Coop is the kill ghost?
I mean, what else? I mean, like, you think like Tate in politics, maybe someone that has stuff on ghosts or can get ghosts like passed, brought up or something like that to mess with the campaign or something like that.
But I'm thinking if you calling somebody out of town talking about I got a job for you,
Out of town,
yeah, somebody coming to kill you. So Tate's in here, he's just drunk and he's talking to some lady talking about, man, yeah, you don't know what I would do to you. And she like, hey Tate, you gotta get up out of here. So
you can't handle this in your state.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't never let a woman unsatisfied.
Facts. So then she's like, man, this dude too drunk. So you can tell this has happened before he was running for governor. Like, you can tell he's been in here a lot because everybody knows him. And no one's like celebrity like, oh man, it's Governor Tate. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So she calls his brother to come and get him. So we never met his brother. Let's see who it is. Guess who his big brother is? It was a surprise to me. I'm surprised they actually put his real brother in here to be his brother.
That's good though, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, hey man, if you gonna put my brother in here.
And his brother's already an actor and all that.
Yeah, so he wakes up at his brother's house. Turns out his brother is a police officer also. His son was doing, what's the capital of Michigan? He was like, Detroit? Nah, he was like, nah, this is called D-Town, but Detroit to y'all. Tate comes down, oh, it's in Michigan. Population, 115,000, give or take.
Start the politics.
Yeah, then he starts talking all the politics. They're in District 8. A good politician would know that. So they sit there, and Tate's just mad because he's like, man, I'm done with this stuff, man.
So it was a Tate for governor is dead.
Yeah, Tate for governor.
Patrick killed my campaign.
And they were like, what did he do? He's like, if I see him one more time, and right when he says it, boom, news. This just in, running for VP, James St. Patrick. And he's like, oh my God. So he left my campaign and got on her campaign to run as the vice. So now he's shocked. So the brother's wife turns it off. Hey, he's like, man, don't worry about it.
He started cussing.
Yeah.
His brother's like, we ain't gonna have no evil in this house.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, my bad, nephew. You ain't hear that. So he's like, man, come on, man. You know, you still good. But let me get you some clothes and let's get you on out of here. So we finally get to see who was on the other end of the phone, and it turns out it's Cedric the Entertainer, Coop. So y'all remember, what was it?
In the warehouse.
When they were
Tommy and Ghost were talking outside the warehouse. They got shot at. Tommy ran inside. You seen Cedric on the ground.
This is how Cedric ties in. So Tate actually called him up, so it was for his shooting.
Yeah.
Tate called Coop. So when we see Coop here, him and his son, there's a white guy. I guess he's been molesting children. So his son is cutting him up. And then he's like, man, don't cut him on the inside of the thigh.
It's a teaching lesson. Right?
Yeah, teaching them how to kill. Well, not kill, they want to pain.
Yeah.
So he's cutting his leg and stuff and he passes out. And Cedric, it seemed like he has a fascination with like country music because he's in there singing with the gun and stuff.
Yeah, like he was like, this is the bop part right here. And like he knew the chorus and his son was like,
Dad, we don't have time for this.
And then the guy passed out and he was like, what did you do, son? He's like, you just passed out.
Yeah, so he asked, are you going to touch little girls anymore? He's like, no. He's like, yeah, I know you're not. And then that's where we at here. You see him with the gun. Bow! Shoots the guy. And now they headed up to New York to do
we got to get up to New York.
Yeah, so now they about to head up there and see what Tate wants them to do for him. I mean, we already know because we seen that, but now we see how Cedric's in here. Mr. Coop. If you remember Saxa Blanca, they came to Tate's little campaign and they were basically saying, hey, we need some information on James St. Patrick. do you have anything on him? And you know, Tate, he's like, man, I'm already out the race. Like, they counting me out. So
it's all or nothing.
Yeah, so I do have some information. Like, so he just starts exposing Ghost. Y'all already know this. So when he's sitting there, he's just like, man, I'm going to do everything I can to throw dirt on his name and just get him out the race. Since he turned his back on me, forget him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, Ramona and them, forget everybody. And, you know, you see Sax, we get to see him next week. He over here like, man, I'm not even on the job anymore. But if you got any information, let me know because I can mess it up.
Yeah, like every episode, he's been in his house. Like, and everybody been coming to see him. Now he's going to see Tate. Like,
yeah. So they pretty much just wanted information from Tate. And we all know Tate has a lot of information on him, especially even when Ghost gave him the gun. Like, he could have brought that up. Like, man, Ghost gave me that gun when I was in the club to shoot. But he saved lives, so he looked like a hero. So he ain't going to bring that up because that'll tarnish him. After Sax and them left, Tate, he went and met up with Coop and his son up under the bridge. And pretty much he was telling them, hey, y'all, don't worry about it, man. I got a better way, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of Ghost. Y'all ain't got to do it.
That sounds like you trying to cut us out some money. When it came up here, Dad, sound like he done hired somebody else.
Yeah, we can only do it faster and cheaper. That's what the son said. Cedric the Entertainer, Coop, was like, cheaper? Whoa. So he put his gloves on. He told Tate, listen, you got two options. Either we go kill this guy for you, or we kill you. And anybody smart would be like, well, look, y'all can go ahead and kill him. Thank y'all, you know what I'm saying? Don't kill me, go kill James St. Patrick. Which leads us to them in the car. Y'all remember there was a car following James around, and no one knew who it was. There was all kinds of speculations.
Yeah, like James and Ramona walked out the building. They
yeah.
gave a hug. I always thought it was the boyfriend from the daycare was in the car, but I guess not.
So it was these two. They were the ones that were following around Ghost all day. They were there to kill him, and they would just follow him. And he told his son, what do you do? Learn their schedule. So I don't know how that worked because this was all in the same day. So how could you learn his schedule?
I mean, I don't know. So I think they're just following him and looking for an opportunity.
Yeah.
I guess.
So they actually the ones that were following him all day. We know that now. So Rashad Tate pulls up the truth and he's trying to tell Ghost, hey man, I have some information. Because he accidentally put this hit out on James St. Patrick and he couldn't cancel it.
Yeah, we got no choice. It was me or you.
Yeah.
It's James. Let me tell you something. James.
And the whole time James is just, nah man, you lost to me, man. Kiss my ring. Look, I got a party tonight announcing me running. I'm going to put you on the guest list. I'll see you there, man. You're so a loser, man.
It's like I gotta go talk to my son. Oh, son.
Yeah,
James,
he's like,
James.
So he's trying to tell him like, hey, bro, I have some important information. But we all know at this point, Ghost is like, man, I'm out the game. I'm about to become a VP.
I'm gonna stop him.
Yeah, he just like talking reckless, and Tate is actually trying to help him. So it's like, man, at the end when he called him a bitch ass nigga, he was just like, you know what? Forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget it, man. I tried to help. And then James said, hey, I'll see you tonight at my party, man. Be there on the guest list. I'm not going to let the Democratic Party forget about your name. So he was still the typical James St. Patrick. He was still going to try to help him out, but he was talking to him so bad.
An asshole. I'm just talking down to him. Like,
yeah, like, man, I'm trying to tell you about to get shot, bro.
Ain't nobody care about the Queen's Project. Child Project.
The QCP, yeah. Queen Child Project. Yeah. Man, they got rid of that a long time ago. Since what's his name? The boyfriend, the lawyer.
Oh,
had the dirt on his shoes. Yeah. After that, they just like, yeah, shut the whole project down.
Crime scene.
Yeah. So they followed Ghost to the little meetup that him and Tommy had, where they were pretty much going over, man, you killed Keisha, and he was like, well, I know you didn't kill Keisha. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole spiel of Ghost saying, Tommy, you need me. I don't need you, man. Like, I told you how to get out, do all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, pew! The son shoots and he misses. So this is when the shootout happens. Now, well, during the shootout, though, it was kind of awkward because they had, like, the submachine guns, and they were trying to snipe and they were missing.
One shot here and there.
Yeah.
Like.
Bink! Bink! Miss. And then they shooting back. Tommy runs up on him. They end up hitting Cedric in the arm. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, it was like in the back. He turned
around. Got him, and then he was on the ground.
And he told his son to get out of. Well, he told the son to get out of here before he got shot. Cause remember, after he missed, he was, "Hey, get out of here! Go!" So he ends up getting shot, and that's where we seen Cedric on the ground. And unfortunate for him, he ain't make it out of there. He drove up to New York for nothing. Later on the night, Rashad goes back to his brother's house, and then he just in there chilling with the family. He ends up taking the trash out. So when he goes outside, Coop, Cedric the Entertainer's son, we gonna call him Coop Jr., comes up on him like, "Hey man, it was two people," talking about Tommy and Ghost, because he told him it was just gonna be Ghost. Yeah. But he really didn't say like, "Hey, Ghost is gonna be at the docks. Go follow him." Like y'all decided to, y'all decided that.
He was like, "Man, I tried to call it off. Y'all went ahead with it." Like,
yeah, because he had called him too. He was talking to Tate before the night happened, talking about, "Hey man, you set us up, man." And Tate was like, hello, it's static. I can't hear you. Don't call this number no more. So when he follows Rashad back home, and like I said, they're outside, so they're doing a little back and forth. And he's like, "Nah, man, they killed my dad. So now I'm gonna take you inside, and I'm gonna have you watch me kill your brother, his wife, and your nephew." And Tate was like, "Nah, I ain't going in that house, man. Like, I called off the hit. Y'all still did it." Yeah. And then the brother, he NYPD officer, doing what he do, you know what I'm saying? Here's some yelling outside.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
He came outside, shot Coop Jr. in the back. It was sad, man. So, was Coop his uncle? Was Coop his uncle or just an out-of-town shooter?
I think he's just out-of-town shooter.
Okay.
Like, I ain't really... Because, I mean, if he was his uncle, then his brother would have recognized him.
Yeah.
Like his cousin or something like that.
Yeah.
But then he was like, "It's just a junkie."
Yeah, he said he was a junkie. So when he's in the house, they're like, "Nah, this is actually a safe neighborhood. If you've been back, you would know." And the wife is like, "He could have came up in here." And then Tate was like, "Well, and he's just a junkie." And the brother was like, "Nah, man." And then Tate started feeling guilty because he knows why he was there. And he's like, "Well, I guess it wasn't my time to go." So he was like, "Man, I got to take you downtown to do some questioning for this. You know what I'm saying? We got to report this murder." You know what I'm saying? So after this, they leave and they head downtown. So before heading down to the precinct to be questioned about the little murder that just happened, Tate had to stop back by his campaign office.
Called him, told there was an emergency at the office.
So basically what they were saying is, get down here, everything in here, hey, it's got to be turned back into the Democratic Party. None of this is yours. You're withdrawing. You're done. So he pulls up and he's like, "Man, what the..." And they taking everything from him. TVs, iPads.
The TV stand.
Yeah, he's like, "Dang, the car got to go with him?" So after they take all this stuff, he's like, "Man, forget this, dog. Like, James needs to die for real."
It's like Coop Jr. gone now.
Yeah.
Like,
and James is still powerful as ever. Like,
he's like, "Dre called me. Dre, like, he needed help. He needed a new license. All that, the name and all that." So called up Dre, had Dre come down to the office.
Yeah, and this is when he ends up giving Dre the money and the plates. Like, "Hey, man, I know these plates and I know your name. So if you don't kill Ghost tonight, you can be running from him forever. And I know your information, so don't," you know what I'm saying, "don't screw me over." After he leaves there, well, before he leaves, his brother calls. Like, "Hey, man, how long you gonna be? We got to take you to the interrogation." Which leads us to where we are now. He goes down there. He tells his story. And they're just sitting there like, "Oh, thanks." You know what I'm saying? They're talking to Rashad's brother like, "Man, you killed this guy before he came up and killed more people. You might as well be a hero."
They turned off the recorder and then everything got all relaxed. And, "Oh, Rashad used to be one of us." And it's like,
Cop for life. Hey, like Bad Boys. So the black cop was like, "Man, once a police officer, always a police officer." You know what I'm saying? So they dap each other up.
I'm just there for him. Everybody's looking around the room.
You're right. And Tate was like,
"Oh, yeah."
Yeah. So the brother's like, "Hey, man, let's have some respect. The guy's dead," like he said. And then all of a sudden, "Yo, what's going on? Hey, there's been a shooting at Truth. Hey, I know that. There's James and Patrick. We need to head down there."
What did it say? The police chief said everybody at the
station.
station.
Yeah, if you're in this station, you need to be down there because he's part of the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
You remember the old dude said, "Hey, Whatever you got on James, leave it alone. He's part of the party now. Yeah, he's untouchable. So everyone's like, all right, we about to go down there. Hey, Rashad, you want to roll with us? That's what the two detectives. And the brother's like, man, he's a civilian.
Yeah, like.
He's like, nah, he can roll, man. Like, come on, bring him with us.
That was the dumbest.
Yeah, like, they would never, ever bring, even if it is Tate, like, he doesn't need to be around that because he's in the running. Like, come on, man. So they end up taking him down with them. So on the way from the interrogation room down to the club, the two brothers, they just have a heart-to-heart. And the older brother, he's just like, hey, man.
He's asking, like, prying questions, like, different stuff. Like,
yeah.
Like, what? You really think there was a random shooting? Like,
yeah, like, man, you were lucky tonight, you know what I'm saying? And then
you've been lucky our whole lives.
Yeah, our whole lives, you've always been the lucky one. I've always had to work hard for everything. I had to stay a cop. Like, you were into politics, you was a cop, and you left.
Yeah.
And then Tate said, nah, man, like, you got the good life. You got the wife, the kid, you got a government-funded job, a pension. Like, I'm the unlucky one. I'm just out here.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much saying, like, man, did you have anything to do with this? You know what I'm saying?
If there's ever way for you to get a plus out of a situation, you always get it. Like, no matter what. Like, you always get the heads up on the coin flip.
Yeah, so then he's just asking him. He's like, Andre Coleman. He's like, Andre Coleman. So Tate starts feeling guilty. He's like, look, man, I kind of paid him.
Yeah, so he's like, he tried to give him a premonition, like,
yeah, like,
so if it's Andre that killed him, Andre probably gonna try to implicate me.
Yeah.
So, like,
because I gave him some money, and he was like, did you? Oh well, like, dang, man, you messed up, man. So they pull up to the scene, and it's cops everywhere, news everywhere, and as soon as they get there, he's like, hey, man, Tate, you're not getting out the car, man. You're going to stay in here because it's a crime scene, man. You know what I'm saying? And Tate's like, all right. He's like, nah, for real. You staying in the car.
He said, I ain't going to mess up nothing. I know, because you staying in the car.
And then Tate, I don't know where he got the gun from. He took that into the precinct with him. Because remember, he cocked the gun before he started walking up.
Yeah, I don't even know why
he had the gun.
What he was going to do? Like,
shoot in front of everybody. As Tate was walking up, a news reporter just, is that Tate? Hey, I thought that was you. Hey,
got his hoodie on.
Hey, James St. Patrick is dead. Do you have any words on this? And he's trying to play it cool, like, be professional. Now my office will have a statement in the morning, but she's like, but you're right here, right now.
We live.
Yeah, we're live. So off the top of his head, being a politician, lies. He's out here saying how good James was. It's unfortunate that his private life carried over to his political life.
It was smooth, man. I'll tell you that.
It was nice.
What he came up with?
Could you do that?
Nah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, James St. Patrick Ghost. I mean, James, like, yeah, he did a good job. He handled it perfectly. His brother was looking like.
His brother was right behind, like, how you come up with that?
Like, he been having that plan from when he probably had that plan when he first called Coup. Like, all right, when James died, this is what I'm going to say. And then he was like, all right, well, if Dre does it tonight, all right, I'm going to have this stuff ready. You know what I'm saying? So his brother was like, nah, that's another one of your lucky things. You knew more about this than what you were really telling me. I know you paid Dre, but... So the next morning after the shooting and everything, after the news report, they show up to Tate's house. He's getting ready to go down to the church and make an announcement. So pretty much they come into his house and they're like, hey, man,
we want to offer you James' spot.
We're going to offer you James' spot as the vice governor.
So no, all this is going on, but politics moves fast. Like, we got to keep rolling.
Yeah, so they're like, we got to keep rolling. And look, we're just going to bring you on because you knew James. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it like we all were still cool with each other.
And that's when he told the other lady, so you've been pieing for the black vote for so long, you don't even know how to stop.
So then they tell her to go outside, and Tate says, look, before she goes outside, he's like, look, I'm running for governor, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to be in it, I'm running for governor.
Y'all need me more.
Yeah, especially now.
Never.
So then the dude was like, yeah, you're right. So, hey, we're gonna let you be the governor. We're going to let you run for governor. They go down to the church. He has a good good speech out there. He got, God is good all the time. He got the whole community. So he's talking to the foreigners that are coming over here to get a job. He's talking to the people that are the hard workers.
He knows everybody's personal story.
Yeah, so he's just looking at them, pointing them out. Yeah. So after he leaves, he's coming down the stairs with his brother. And his brother tells him again, man, I told you, you're one of the luckiest dudes. And Tate's like, why you say that? He's like, you know, Dre that got killed last night in prison. He's like, killed? Yeah, in his cell. So
that whole set, like, don't talk to me about that stuff with all these.
Yeah, man, that should be me and you somewhere.
Like, we right here in front of the church, going down here, and we surrounded. You gonna talk to me about that?
But low key though, in Tate's head, he was like, "Woo," because they don't know who killed Ghost yet. He's still thinking, "Oh man, it was Dre. Dre gonna tie me in, but he dead now, so we good." So as he makes it to the bottom of the stairs, the news reporters they ask him like, hey, does this tarnish your career because you knew James St. Patrick? He's like, whoa. I knew James St. Patrick, but I knew him through Ramona. So Ramona introduced him to me. So really, what he did was just separate himself from Ghost and put it back on Ramona. And also, I must say, someone as professional as Ramona should know not to be committing adultery. Now, I don't care what people do behind closed doors, and y'all might as well say, I'm cool, two consenting adults, but if James didn't care about his family and kids, and Ramona was messing with him, she actually doesn't care about him. You guys should take that up with her.
Yeah, like, he just got killed. Like, he put
you
it out on the call.
Boom, he just went straight to the kill. Like, well, you know what? James was committing adultery. Go ask Ramona about it. She was sitting right down on the end of the street too, so she knew what was going on. So my boy Tate living the good life now. You know, he up in the little penthouse view. If you guys remember, this is old girl from that used to be on his campaign that he was banging. She left and got a political position, but now Tate is running for governor. She came back. She rented him a nice room and everything. So he banging her, and then another knock at the door. So he puts on his robe. He's chilling. Oh, it's Ramona. She storms in. He's like, oh, well, good morning, Ramona. Come on in. She's like, how dare you say that about me and Ghost? I mean, not Ghost, but me and Jamie. He was like, well, you guys were having sex. Yeah, I never had sex with him. And well, the rest of your career, they're going to ask you about that.
That doesn't really matter because I put it on record. So
yeah,
it don't matter whether it's true or not.
So Ramona's mad, like, because that would really ruin your career, especially for a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? To just be sleeping around, like, dang, trying to sleep to the top. Yeah. So now you connected to an ex-drug dealer, a potential murderer. Like,
and adultery.
Yeah, and adultery. It's just, the adultery is just where we draw the line. Then you look up, old girl comes down. She's like, oh, hey, Ramona, I thought that was you. So she's all hugged up on Tate. Like, nah, we good now. I got my spot. He's running for governor. Now, we already knew she was using Tate, but Tate played it smooth. So after Ramona leaves, she's talking to Tate like, yeah, our future is going to be nice. We're going to do this. You're going to run for governor.
Wait a minute. You know, if you can hurry up and catch Ramona, y'all can share an Uber.
Yeah, because he was like, hey, whoa. I just had to blow off some steam. There's nothing here between us. Now, I think that they could give Tate a spinoff. It'd be like probably
politics.
Yeah, like a 1 or 2 season.
Something like that would probably be like the 5th season of Wire.
Yeah, like it'd be probably a slow pace, but at the end, as far as Tate's story went,
this is on the up and up.
Yeah, he's on the up and up. And then the last thing we see is Tate sitting on the couch and the news comes on. The murder suspect of James St. Patrick we'll let you know after the details.
Like he's been arrested.
Yeah.
It's the first time we'll get to see the killing.
So we don't get to see who it is. But Tate sees him, and that's where it cuts off, and that's where we end it. So again, we know Tate ain't shoot him. Dre ain't shoot him. Tommy ain't shoot him. Paz ain't shoot him. All we got left is Sax, Tasha, and Tariq. Who you going with?
I gotta go with Tariq.
Tariq, alright. There's some spoilers going around. I don't know if I'm gonna believe those. I've been saying Sax since since episode, episode 1. You know what I'm saying?
I always thought it was the boyfriend.
Yeah, but We don't know who it is, but there's 3 people left. Comment who you think it is below. And thank you for watching. If you like my content, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be here next week for the final episode. Also, follow me on my social media if possible. I'm Mo.J. This is Henderson. We're out. Thanks for watching.